On July 28, 2024, Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan made provocative comments suggesting Turkey might militarily intervene in Israel. During a speech to members of his ruling AK party, Erdogan stated, "We must be very strong so that Israel can't do these ridiculous things to Palestine. Just like we entered Karabakh, just like we entered Libya, we might do similar to them. There is no reason why we cannot do this. We must be strong so that we can take these steps." Erdogan appeared to be drawing parallels to past Turkish military actions in Libya and Nagorno-Karabakh. In 2020, Turkey deployed military personnel to Libya in support of the UN-recognized government of national accord. Turkey has also provided military support to Azerbaijan in its conflict with Armenia over the Nagorno-Karabakh region. The Turkish president did not provide specifics on what type of intervention he was suggesting regarding Israel. His comments came in the context of criticizing Israel's ongoing military offensive in Gaza against Hamas. Erdogan has been a vocal opponent of Israel's actions in Gaza since the conflict began in October 2023. Israel's response and call for Turkey's expulsion from NATO. Israel reacted strongly to Erdogan's threatening remarks. On July 29th, Israeli Foreign Minister Israel Katz instructed Israeli diplomats to urgently engage with NATO members to demand Turkey's expulsion from the alliance. In a statement, the Israeli Foreign Ministry said, "In light of Turkish President Erdogan's threats to invade Israel and his dangerous rhetoric, Foreign Minister Israel Katz instructed diplomats to urgently engage with all NATO members, calling for the condemnation of Turkey and demanding its expulsion from the regional alliance." Katz accused Turkey of following in the footsteps of Saddam Hussein and warned Erdogan to remember what happened there and how it ended. The foreign minister also claimed Turkey has become a member of the Iranian axis of evil, alongside Hamas, Hezbollah, and the Houthis in Yemen. Israel's push for Turkey's removal from NATO marks a significant escalation in tensions between the two countries. As a NATO member since 1952, Turkey's expulsion would be an unprecedented move for the alliance. However, there is no formal mechanism for expelling a NATO member, making Israel's demand largely symbolic. Background on Turkish-Israeli relations. While Turkey and Israel were once close regional allies, their relationship has deteriorated significantly over the past 15 years. Key factors straining ties include Turkey's support for Hamas, which it views as a legitimate Palestinian resistance movement rather than a terrorist organization. Erdogan's frequent criticism of Israeli policies toward Palestinians. The 2010 Gaza flotilla raid, in which Israeli forces killed 10 Turkish activists. Turkey's growing ties with Iran and other regional rivals of Israel. Disputes over natural gas exploration in the eastern Mediterranean. Despite diplomatic tensions, economic ties between Turkey and Israel remained strong until recently. However, in May 2024, Turkey announced it would halt all bilateral trade with Israel until the Gaza war ends and aid can flow unimpeded into the territory. The latest rhetorical escalation comes as the Gaza conflict approaches its 10-month mark. According to the Hamas-run Gaza Health Ministry, over 39,000 Palestinians have been killed since Israel launched its military campaign in response to Hamas' October 7, 2023 attack. Israel says it has killed around 15 Hamas fighters. Analysis and implications. Erdogan's threat of military intervention, while likely intended primarily for domestic political consumption, represents a dangerous escalation in rhetoric that risks further destabilizing an already volatile region. With Turkey-Israel relations at a historic low point, even rhetorical saber-rattling carries risks of miscalculation or unintended consequences. For Erdogan, maintaining a hardline stance against Israel serves several domestic political purposes: shoring up support among his conservative, Islamist base, positioning Turkey as a champion of the Palestinian cause, distracting from economic challenges at home. However, explicitly threatening military action crosses a new threshold that may prove difficult to walk back. It also puts Turkey at odds with its NATO allies at a time when the alliance is focused on countering Russian aggression in Ukraine. Israel's call for Turkey's NATO expulsion, while unlikely to succeed, signals a new low point in bilateral relations. It may also backfire by rallying other Muslim-majority nations to Turkey's defense against perceived Western double standards. The deterioration in Turkey-Israel ties carries broader regional implications. further complicating efforts to achieve a ceasefire in Gaza, potentially drawing in other regional actors and widening the conflict, impacting energy cooperation in the eastern Mediterranean, straining Turkey's relations with the U.S. and other Western allies. In the near term, continued diplomatic fallout and exchanges of hostile rhetoric are likely. However, given geographic realities and the interests of mutual allies, direct military confrontation between Turkey and Israel remains highly unlikely. Nevertheless, the war of words risks further entrenching positions on both sides and closing off avenues for eventual de-escalation.